I recently read an article that stated the number of people that will travel in 2022 will far exceed the number of people that traveled before COVID. I certainly don't know if that's true, but it really got me thinking about whether it's risky to stay in hotels during this pandemic. So I decided to share some things you can do to reduce the risk of contracting COVID while staying in hotels. Thank you for joining me. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Chris Bludorn, and I am a travel agent who believes travel should be an essential part of everyone's life. In fact, my motto is travel is life. And yes, I know that's a little cheesy, but it's truly how I feel. So I've created this channel to share tips and reviews to help as many people as possible have better traveling experiences. Today, I'll be talking about 5 tips to help you reduce your risk when staying in hotels. Now, of course, I am not guaranteeing your safety, and no one can. But in addition to wearing masks and practicing social distancing, there are some things that you can do to lessen the risk and to help yourself feel safer. So let's get to it with tip number 1, which is to call ahead. So in 2020, the hotel industry adopted a Safe Stay initiative to assure all of their guests as well as their workers that there are safety standards in place to help prevent the spread of the virus. So in addition to seeing a lot more signage about wearing masks and practicing social distancing, you can also call ahead to ask questions about the hotel's cleaning procedures. You should be able to find out whether they're offering contactless check-in and check-out services, as well as whether or not they are spacing the rooms that are being assigned to their guests. You can also ask questions about whether or not they have lobby and elevator protocols in place. Now, I've also seen where some hotels are offering their guests small packets of cleaning wipes, so be sure to ask about that as well. Tip number 2 is to book your stay with newer hotels because newer hotels should have better ventilation systems than some of the older hotels, and many won't have shared ventilation between the rooms. Now, I've even seen where some hotels have actually updated their ventilation systems since the start of COVID, and they're now using that as advertising to attract travelers to their properties. Now, it's interesting to me, but many health experts have varying opinions as to whether or not a traveler should be concerned about a hotel's ventilation system. But since this video is about reducing the potential risk, I thought it was worth mentioning. Tip number 3 is to do a little cleaning of your own. Now, this is probably one of the most common things that people are doing. At least most people I know are taking Lysol and cleaning wipes along on their trip, and I certainly think it's a good idea. In addition to spraying the air in the room, you can spray down your bedding and your pillows, use the wipes to wipe down the remote, your doorknob, faucets. You get the idea. You just want to make sure that every surface you will touch has been given some attention. If you've gotten any value out of the content in this video so far, please press the like button. And if you'd like to see more videos on how to have better traveling experiences, please subscribe to my channel and press the little bell so you can be notified when a new video comes out. Oh, and be sure to stay till the end because tip number 5 is something you just may not have considered yet. Let's get back to it with tip number 4, and that is don't allow anyone else to have access to your room during your stay. Now, I believe most hotels are only cleaning rooms during your stay if you request it, but I'm suggesting you skip it altogether. And if you're someone who likes to have extra towels, extra soap, just ask for those things at check-in. Now, for me, I've never liked having my room cleaned, but I don't like the idea of a total stranger having access to my personal belongings. But after many years of working in loss prevention, that's just how my mind works. And as far as room service goes, most hotels are not offering room service at this time. But if you happen upon one, I suggest you go out, get the food that you want instead of having it delivered to your room. And now tip number 5 is to take a small-sized air purifier with you to your hotel room. Now, I have a large air purifier in my home because I have a pet, a dog to be exact, that sheds a great deal, and the pet dander was wreaking havoc on my allergies. But I think it could also be a good idea to take a small travel-sized air purifier with you to your hotel room. Now, I suspect most people know what an air purifier does, but just in case you're not familiar, an air purifier is a device that removes things like particles, pollutants, and allergens from the air to help improve your air quality. Now, an air purifier cannot keep you safe from COVID, but it can eliminate things from the air like particles from a dirty HVAC system or other pollutants that can affect your health, thus helping you to maintain a strong immune system. In fact, I'll be taking a trip here in the near future, and I'll take an air purifier with me. So in an upcoming video, I'll discuss some things you should consider when purchasing an air purifier for your hotel room. Well, those are my 5 tips for reducing your risk of contracting COVID while staying in hotels. I truly appreciate you for taking the time to watch this video. And my question for you today is, what kind of things are you doing to reduce your risk while staying in hotels? Please drop me a note in the comments section below. I'd love to hear all about it. And if you're planning to take a trip in this new year, I've also included my contact information. I'd be honored to take time to talk with you about your plans and just see if we're a good fit to work together. Until next time, stay safe and remember, travel is life.